Alright, good day everyone. Welcome back to another Ground Zero episode. Okay, so I'm going to make this video in English because there's no English version out there. Alright, so this is the Ground Zero's 30th anniversary series. Okay, so this is the Gzc 165-30A. Okay, so this is a component set. Okay, this is a component set. It's not a three-way, it's a two-way component set, and it's a special one because they released it during their 30th anniversary series. Okay, now I cannot find where it's actually made from. I don't know if it's made in China, or I'm not sure if it's actually from Germany. I'm not sure. Okay, I can't see any details regarding that, where it's made from. Okay, and this is something that is interesting that caught my eyes. Of course, this brand is sponsored by not sponsored, they are endorsed by Emma. And this one over here, it's a clipper and then loud sound. Okay, they work together and they came up with this product. All right, so let's not waste time. Okay, and we go through the items in this box. Now, of course, you'll get your manual. Okay, this is the English version, and you also have the German version. Yeah, there you go. So this driver is 4 ohm driver. Frequency response is 40 hertz all the way up to 24,000 K, and this is the crossover slopes and whatnot. So this is about 130 watt RMS. Okay, that's all I should know from here. It would be ideal for me if I can get my hands on the T-lens parameter. Then I can actually decide if these speakers are going to work well in open air, like a door, or it's going to work well in a sealed enclosure like a box. Okay, so yeah, this is the tweeter. I'm going to open this later. Okay, my first impression, not bad because everything is black, so it does give you like this illusion of premium. Okay, and you'll get all the screw sets. Okay, everything is wrapped in recyclable paper. Okay, and this is the crossover. Kind of reminds me of buying nasi kandar where they will wrap this. Nasi kandar is a local dish in Malaysia, if you're wondering. Okay, now that is the crossover. Okay, this is the crossover. It's huge. Okay, now you have selectable impedance. Selectable what we call that, dB. So how much of increment you want on your tweeters, or you want plus 2 dB, or you want 0 dB, or you want negative 2 dB. I think this will work well if you are level matching the left and right tweeters. But for me, I will not even bother using this one. I'll just go with the DSP. It's much better in terms of level matching and EQ works and all that. All right, and you also have this on the woofer side, okay, which is a hi-fi and soft. So I'm not sure what is that. We will figure that out later. Okay, so that's the crossover. You have another screws and whatnot over here. All right, so let's go with the Midbass driver. Again, another nasi kandar wrapping. Oh wow, this does look nice. Okay, and you have the grills. There you go. Wow, this is amazing, and this is freaking heavy. This is really heavy. Okay, so I think 180 watt is peak power. They didn't write the RMS power. Okay, so this is the anniversary series. This is a 4 ohm driver. Wow, the spider is thick, so I think it can withstand excursion if you're crossing it quite low, like maybe 50 hertz. This thing can handle. They are beefy. They are very beefy, and it's soft. Okay, the cone movement is extremely soft. You can see I'm not even putting much power, and it's bottoming out already. Okay, so it's very sensitive driver, I assume. Okay, so for that, the grills, maybe you can just put it right here, and then let's go to the tweeters. Ideally, I don't like the placement in this box because it's quite a bitch to remove it. Okay. Oh, nice terminal. Okay, there's no accessories on these tweeters. Okay, you don't get these covers and all that. Nothing. You get what it is. This is what it is. This is all you get. Okay, and if you're running a three-way, you need a pillar to slot this in. You can't use it on OEM locations. However, I believe you can take this out. You know, there's few Allen bolts over here. You can take this out, maybe do some magic and put it there. Okay, so this is the tweeter. So T28SQ. Okay, so 28 tweeter. That's about 1 inch, I believe, 1.5. I'm not sure. Yeah, so this is the tweeter, nicely terminated. You can also use those fork type where you can just remove the screw and just whack the fork in and screw it, or you can use the terminal type where you can just slot in like that. Okay, so wow, this is, yeah, for some reason this is surprisingly good looking. Okay, maybe because it's black and it's gold, you know, it kind of gives you that feel of expensive speaker visually. And I'm not sure about the sound. We can just test it out, maybe how low they can play, or you know, stuff like that. So the price of these bad boys, okay, for a two-way set is about 3,000 plus, 3,600, 3,700, around there. Okay, I haven't got the official price yet, but this is what the supplier told me. It's about 3,600 to 3,500, around there. And quite honestly, I would choose this over the Harman Kardons. You know, definitely I will choose this over the Harman Kardon. Alright, it feels nice, it looks nice. I assume it's gonna sound nice because from the touch I can already tell this is a very sensitive driver. Okay, of course you get a huge magnet, and you need power to power them. Okay, you need an amplifier, or you need a DSP amplifier which can output around 200 watts to breathe nicely, you know, effortlessly, or maybe 150 watts is sufficient enough. But again, power is power. That is a different story. All right, so yeah, there you have it, guys. This is the Ground Zero 30th anniversary component speakers. Catch you in the next one.